Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Lore and Loot Morrowind. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. I am actually recording this episode live. The reason for that is this particular episode isn't all that interesting, to be honest with you. It's not very action-packed.
No worries. I won't hurt you. Ask your question.
But we will go and start by talking to our good friend
You
Perseus
seem
Mercius.
like very good company.
All right, we're going to ask him about orders. I have a small task for you. The Empire charges the Fighters Guild with keeping the forts and mines supplied. Would you be willing to take a load of Flin to the Elith-Pal mine? Here's to Flin. Deliver it to Dangor. He's a bossman who works at the Elith-Pal mine, which is on the base of Red Mountain, just west of the Zainab camp. This will trigger the quest, Flin to Elith-Pal mine, and we have gotten 20 bottles of Flin. So with that, we're going to head over to the mine and deliver the Flin. Now, this is one of those, I guess you could call them filler missions. You know, every mission can't be super exciting and all that. Got ourselves a little bit of a sandstorm here. Now, the easiest way, let's open up our map here. World. Now, if you want to get to Elith-Pal mine, the Zainab camp is somewhere around here. Okay. Elith-Pal mine is right through this little gap, right south of it. Elith-Pal mine is here. We're probably going to take a ship to Voss and then just walk it down. You could, of course, walk all the way south and around and up that way. Up north is a little trickier because right here you cannot cross. You actually have to get in the water and swim around, and that can get a little bit complicated. You could also silt strider over to like Saran or Molek Mar and walk way north. What I think I'm going to do to make it easier for me, I'm going to take a silt strider north. I think there's a silt strider and ship transport here, and then I'm going to take a boat all the way around. I think that's probably going to be the easiest way for me to do this. So we'll head over to the silt strider. Talk to our friend.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Yes. Same low price for me. All right, so let's head over to our destination. It's going to be cool. 23 gold.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Don't lie to me. You make the same price for everyone. Cool. See, here we are. And I believe... yeah, there is a ship over there, which I think we should be able to take without much issue. I don't think we've ever been to this area. We'll explore this area more fully later. As you can see, it is a Redoran town. Got some Redoran guards patrolling. But that's none of our concern at the moment. And head over here. You don't want to talk to him, because that triggers expansion pack quests. I want to go over here and talk to Talmeni Drethan, and she can take us over to Dagon Fell. Narmak will take us further south. We don't want to do that. We've been to Dagon Fell many times in the past.
Head on.
We'll talk to Hema, and she will take us to... ooh, which one do I want? I think it's Telmora. You can tell by the prices. This one's further, so I do believe it is Telmora.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Oh, hush. Yes, I picked the right choice. We can actually... We could just walk across. Or swim across, if we wanted to. I don't think I want to pay the gold. Not really worth it. I don't see any slaughterfish. I'm sure there is some slaughterfish hiding somewhere. I don't see a dro either. Drag. Dro. Nobody knows how to pronounce that. But here we go. Seems to be fine. I'll go ahead and draw my sword just in case. But here we are. We made it across. No worries. So from here, we're going to head a little bit south. Let's see. We want to actually follow the road so we don't get lost. From here, it shouldn't be a very difficult trip. Honestly, I don't think there are very many things that can hurt me at this point. I'm pretty powerful, got some good armor. Even if I run into an Ogrim Titan, that could just be a regular Ogrim, might be a Titan, who can say? But let's go ahead and take them on, get some experience out of it. But like I was saying, it shouldn't be anything overly difficult to make it over. And not just a regular Ogrim. Let's see what he had on him. Daedra skin. You know what? I will take both of these. Alright. Let's continue on heading down this way. I didn't want to talk about, since we're... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is gonna happen often throughout this trip. I hope he's not blighted. Was he? No, just a regular Shulk. Shulk does have good resin, though. I could probably sell this. It's worth 50. Go ahead and take that. Now, while we're walking down over to the mine, which, by the way, it is a it's an ebony mine. It's not an egg mine. But I figured we might as well talk about since we're delivering Flin, we might as well talk about what Flin is. What is Flin? If you look... if you actually talk to certain NPCs that are very familiar... Are you kidding me? If you talk to... There. Enough of that. You talk to NPCs that are familiar with Morrowind culture, and I forget what class that would be, but some NPCs will actually talk to you about this. Well, what is this? This might be a good waypoint for me to figure out where we actually are. This is Dubdilla, so we are on the right track, more or less. I want to start heading directly west until I hit a road. There should be a road, and that's the road I'm going to follow all the way to the mine. Some of these NPCs will give you knowledge on local customs and local culture and stuff. And if you talk to these people and ask them about Flin and all the other stuff, they will actually let you know that Flin is whiskey, and it is imported from the Imperial Province. I knew it. That guy's got some range. That aggro range is something else. He's moving pretty slow, so I'm going to assume he is blighted. No, it's just a regular Shulk. So, yes. Whiskey, imported directly from the Imperial Province. and that makes it a little more expensive. A bottle of Flin will run you, where is it? Here we go. A bottle of Flin will run you 100 septums. Presumably, there's another reason why it's so expensive is you will notice it doesn't have any negative effects. It will fortify your willpower and your strength for 20 points for 20 seconds. Right? So it doesn't have any of the negative effects that the other drinks have. There's a rat up here up to my right. Probably going to get seen. Might as well kill it. Like how it's looking at me. It's like... that one was deceased. I'm gonna heal. Healing is pretty loud, so I apologize. I'm trying to work up my magic skill here. There we go. Now the reason I'm working up a magic skill is because I am supposed to be a holy warrior. Holy warriors battle with both sword and spell to fight off the forces of evil. I haven't really been working up my magic, but anyway. Back to the actual point here. We're gonna take a right. If you talk to those same NPCs about other tasty adult beverages, you can learn actually a lot about Imperial and Morrowind relationships. I've actually taken the liberty of adding via console command some of the other beverages. They should be under magic that are available in this game. We have Cyrodiilic brandy here. Cyrodiilic brandy is obviously brandy from the Cyrodiilic province, as opposed to the whiskey that is this. You can see it's also worth 100 septums because it also increases your willpower and endurance. Well, this one is willpower and strength, but willpower and endurance 20 seconds each for 60 seconds, no negative effects. So both of the two imported beverages from the Imperial province seem to be maybe not higher quality, but maybe distilled a little longer, or however it is that you make brandy. I've never actually had brandy in my life. Got a Nick sound over there. Hopefully it doesn't see us. We want to go south here. But that's very interesting in terms of lore. Now, the other interesting thing is if you take a look at the local drinks, you have a couple of them. You have Grief. Here's Grief. You'll see it's worth 30. Now, Grief is a brandy made of comberry. I'm pretty sure we've seen some comberry around here. Oh, that seems to be the Zainab camp. So we're very close already. And there's a Winged Twilight over there. We want to make sure we stay away from that. Well, Winged Twilights aren't that tough for me anymore. But yeah, so Grief is a comberry brandy made of... Let's see if I see some comberry. There might not be any around here. There's probably some around the Ascadian Isles region. That's more likely where we would find it. But you can see that the Grief does have a negative effect. It drains your agility for 20 points for 60 seconds. So it's not as pure, I guess you could say. The next one I want to bring to your attention is Maste. I don't know actually how this is pronounced, but Maste is the local beer. In Vardenfell, and you can see it's only worth 10, and it does have some negative effects. It fortifies your strength, yes, but it drains your willpower and intelligence for 20 points for 60 seconds each. So definitely lower quality than all the other ones we've seen so far. But if you want to get drunk, I guess sometimes that's the price you pay. We are getting close. I know we'll be going through. There we go. That is the entrance to the neck. Here, footsteps. Might be that Nick sound over there. I don't know, but that is Zainab. Oh, there it is. Oh, freaking elite. That one's diseased, but I killed it pretty quick. So yeah, if you just wanted to get it over to the Zainab camp, it's over there. The Ashlanders, we'll talk about them much later. Okay, so we talked about grief. We talked about Flin, Cyrodiilic Brandy. Shine is the next one I wanted to talk about. Shine is up here. It is Comberry wine. Still made of Comberry, but instead of it being brandy, it's wine. It's only worth 10 because it fortifies your endurance, but it's only 10 points for 60 seconds. So it's not quite as potent as the brandy. So it's worth a little bit less, which is, I guess, kind of interesting. And then the final commonly available beverage that the locals enjoy is Sujama, which I've hovered over a couple of times now. Sujama increases your strength by 50 points for 60 seconds. That's pretty good. But it drains your intelligence 50 points for 60 seconds. It's not so good. This is just a local liquor called Sujama. I don't actually recall what it's made of. You can learn actually all of this if you actually click on, so for example, if I were to open my menu and put down the Sujama like this, and then I were to open up the console and click it, it'll actually tell you here, potion local liquor. That's how you know that it's local liquor. If you actually pick that back up, the reason you can tell Flin is whiskey. If you put it down, open your console and click it, it is potion Cyrodiilic whiskey. Alright, so other than the fact that NPCs will tell you this, that is an interesting way to find out what exactly all these beverages are. Now, something else that is interesting, kind of more meta than actual Morrowind or even Tamriel lore, is the fact that despite the fact that this is called a Cyrodiilic whiskey, if you've ever played the game Oblivion, you will know that Flin does not appear in that game at all. I'm going to go ahead and equip Ilkarok, just so you guys can see a little bit better. We are here in the mine. I don't remember where this Bosmer is. He's obviously not there. He shouldn't be too far in. There are some rats. Got to be careful. You will notice...
Yes?
You will notice, and if you go to Cyrodiil in Oblivion, there is no Flin in that game. So what gives, right? So my question is, maybe Flin isn't as popular in the homeland as it is in Morrowind. That could be an explanation for it. Maybe it's something, it's not as popular in Cyrodiil, but because the local stuff isn't great, it is very popular here. That's a potential. I don't think I'm very good with spears. Oh, I killed it. It was diseased as well. I think the real reason why why Cyrodiil doesn't have any Flin, why Flin is not present in that game, is simply the developers forgot. They didn't pay enough attention. They didn't do their research. They didn't bother really figuring out what things they had already. That is a, you can tell that is a blighted rat because it's not moving. For whatever reason, blighted creatures in this game tend... I'm actually going to switch back over just to keep my distance. I don't want to get blighted. Wow, I'm very bad with this. Crap. I definitely don't want to get blighted. You could tell that it was blighted also because it took 2 hits. But I knew it. For whatever reason, blighted rats in this game, I don't know if it's a glitch, they don't move. They're very, very, very slow. Disease rats are slower than normal rats, but the blighted ones, they don't move. It's kind of weird. So that's how I knew it was blighted. But anyway, my real theory is that they just didn't bother paying attention to the lore of the game, and then they just didn't put it in. That seems to be something that they do, unfortunately, in Skyrim as well. They
Quickly, Outlander.
they don't
I haven't much time.
they don't bother figuring out what the lore is, and they just kind of change things, and then they blame it on the what's it called?
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
Unreliable narrator, but that's not, definitely not the case. So we're really deep here into the mine.
What's this regarding?
Plenty of magma here, but we found our man Dangor.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
I'm sure you want to hear what I have to say. Are you here to deliver the Flin? I sure am. Oh, he didn't really... Thanks, Nephthys. Been looking forward to this shipment. 20 Flin has been removed from your inventory. Our journal has been updated. Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, that's basically the mission. I kind of like missions like this. Let me get back to that. It bothers me that they don't pay attention to their own lore. It does bother me that they change things. And I don't think it's the whole unreliable narrator, which can be a tool for storytelling if you do it intentionally, but you will find me very skeptical if you tell me that every time they get something wrong
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
in this game, it's because of that. I think it's just they don't pay attention, and they just, it'd be really cool. And then they just do a thing, and they don't bother paying attention to whatever. But that's just my opinion on that. But I'll give you an example of something that is very clearly just wrong. It's my understanding, I've never played the game, but in Elder Scrolls Online, Flin is actually, in-game, is said to be Dunmer whiskey. That's just a blatant retcon, right? Now, Elder Scrolls Online is not canon in any way, shape, or form. I will die on that hill. But whatever. It's one of those things that, one of the many things that that game is just to be disregarded completely when it comes to lore and the Elder Scrolls series. Because they didn't bother paying attention to anything, they just made up their own thing. It's pretty outrageous. But anyway, that'll be that on that note. Not to get too carried away on that subject. It wouldn't be a quest without a frickin' cliff racer, would it? But anyway, one of the things I do enjoy about this particular type of quest is that it kind of not only breaks the monotony of... I've got to be careful because that winged twilight is here. Let's just kill it. It deserves to die. I don't know. I've got no real reason to say that. I just want to kill it. It breaks the monotony of everything being combat. Like I said, everything can't be like super exciting. Wow. Did not expect that. Wow. Thing was more tough than I expected, and it didn't even drop anything. That was kind of bad. Go ahead and take some potions here. Yeah, breaking up the monotony of always having action, and every mission is a you gotta you're saving the world and stuff like that. Not very realistic, and I guess it makes good for good action movie material. But if you think about what the Fighters Guild really is, it's a mercenary group, and not everything that they would be tackling would always be earth-shattering. Is that a wild one? Freaking is. Can't take 2 steps without something trying to kill me. So yeah, I think that missions like this, hey, deliver this to this place. It's not a big deal. It's certainly not that exciting, but it needs to be done. Pauses that way. It's not that exciting, but it needs to be done, and it's something that you would hire someone out to do. Like, can you imagine a regular caravan? It saw me, didn't it? Yeah, it sure did. I mean, look at this. I've been attacked by 2 Alits, 3 Alit. Is it 2 Alits, a Kagudi, a Nyx Hound? Are you kidding me? There we go. There's another blighted rat. This one I'm going to avoid completely. It's not going to chase me because it's blighted and it's not going to move. Oh, I see we got some.
There is no escape.
Oh, there'll be escape.
I cannot take anymore.
Well, you shouldn't have started a fight. I cannot take anymore. I shouldn't have started this fight. Oh no. Let's see, what does he have? Nothing good. And you either. Did they have any bags with goodies? Doesn't look like it. Let's hit inside.
There is no escape.
Let him take the first swing, just in case they're like, this is a crime. There we go. Not a big deal. Let's see what he had. Go ahead and take all your gold. Nothing in the crate. Fair enough. What did you have, though, sir? You had 10 gold. That is my gold now. Nothing, probably. Oh, some resin. It's worth 10. I'll take it. Is this scamp skin? No, it's warhide. Not interested. Wait, was that Comberry? No, bitter green. Ooh, slow soap. I'll take that. Nothing really good. That's okay. Every once in a while, you'll find a camp like this, where they're like Ashlander outcasts, and they'll just attack you on sight. I think we've come across a couple of them. It's not a big deal though. Oh yeah, but can you imagine a regular person coming to deliver this? They'd get slaughtered. They'd get oh god, get absolutely slaughtered. There's no way they would survive. You gotta hire professionals for this kind of thing. And that's exactly what we are. We are professionals. Did that Shulk respawn? It wasn't gone that long. Maybe it's a different one. That one's definitely blighted. You can tell because it's moving so slow. I'm going to avoid it. You can definitely tell when creatures... There's another group of Ashlander outcasts. If we go over there, we'll get attacked. So we'll just avoid that. That might not be blighted. Let's see. Was diseased. That one might be diseased too. It's not a big deal, but in either event, I'm not in the mood to catch a disease from a beetle. So I'm just going to run away like a little sissy baby. We'll just make our way back to Alderaan, collect on this quest, call it a day. How far can we go? Guess we gotta go to Tel Mora. Don't really have a choice. Tel Mora. Back to Dagon Fell. Nice evening. Look at that. I really like this part of the world. with the weird rock formations and stuff. I find it very nice. This one back to cool.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Yes, yes. Very busy. Cancel. Right. This is the one we take, the Silt Strider. This way. Yeah, so in the next episode, though, things are going to get back to very, very interesting. Because what we've done is, of course, split the timeline. We did the bad... the bad timeline where we took the did bad things and helped the Kimono Tong and helped the Fighters Guild get rid of all of the Thieves Guild members and all that stuff.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
There's no personal space here. None. Absolutely none. But in this timeline, we've actually taken the side of Perseus Mercius. Now, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. Perseus Mercius used to be the guild leader, but he was displaced by Hardheart and his followers. So, in the next episode, once we clear this quest...
You seem like very good company.
Have you delivered that flint to the Elith-Pal mine yet? It is important that it be delivered as soon as possible. Good work, Nephthys. A load of flint can get heavy after a few steps. Sure it can. I prefer brandy myself. Could I offer you some? Something to wet your throat after the road trip? Yes, please. Here you go, Nephthys. And here's the 500 septims I owe you for the contract. Check with me again if you need more orders. We got a Cyrodiilic brandy. 500 gold. My journal has been updated. Cyrodiilic brandy, of course, we already know, is worth 100. So that is not a bad deal. Of course, we're not going to be able to sell it for 100. Nobody will buy it for full price. That's just the nature of the beast. Not a big deal. What time is it? It's 8 a.m. That's it. This is fine. I will accept this. I'll head over here. Probably repair some of our equipment and armor, since we did get into some fights. And then, like I said, in the next episode, we got business. Naturally, will actually be the culmination of our quest in the Fighters Guild. We will actually be taking on our final 2 contracts for Perseus Mercius. Stay tuned to find out what that entails. It's actually going to get real juicy. So I hope you enjoyed this different kind of episode of Lore and Loot. Like I said, this particular quest wasn't all that particularly exciting. Would have taken like 5 minutes at most to complete. But with this one, we got to chat a little bit. And you got to see how the behind the scenes of Lore and Loot. So anyway, thank you for joining me for this episode. I will catch you guys next time.